The full moon was rising and Gautama went to every known master of the time. He was intellectually so brilliant and his longing so great. If he went to a place, what normally somebody would pick it up in years, he would do it in weeks. The 8 types of samadhis, he achieved all 8 of them, but still he knew this is not fullness of life, still longing. When nothing else worked, he took to an extreme path which is called as samanas. One of the most basic aspects of their life is they never ask for food, just keep walking, 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 walking. Gautama took the path so severely that he didn't walk in the direction as to where food is, he simply walked straight. In the process, he destroyed his body so badly, his body became so weak. He became all skin and bones because he did not go in search of food. Unless it came to him, he never ate. One day, he came to the banks of Niranjana. This is a small stream, just about 2 feet, flowing little swiftly. He came, he tried to cross. Halfway down, he could not take another step. He did not have the strength in his body. There was a dead branch of a tree. He held on to it. We do not know how long he stood there. In his weakness, in his inability to stand there, holding on to this must have felt like a long time. It might have been just a few minutes, it may be a few hours, we don't know. But in his experience, it was a long time. He just hung there. He has no strength to take the next step, but he's not the kind to give up. Then suddenly he realized the problem was that he was trying to realize, not allowing that to take him, he's trying to take that. He's trying to realize something which is limitless, which is boundless. Then he became absent. Suddenly he had the strength to take those few steps across the river, went and sat down under the Bodhi tree. He sat down and decided, I will sit here. Either I must become a part of it or I will die here. I will not get up from this place. He just sat down. The full moon was rising and he attained to his fullest. And he sat there in a certain state of ecstasy and blissfulness. The very process of our birth is connected to these cycles. You know that clearly the feminine cycles and our birth is very directly connected. Apart from that, this 12 1/4, somewhere between 11 3/4 to 12 1/4 is one solar cycle, it varies a little bit. If you complete 7 cycles of the solar system, if you complete 7 solar cycles, you will complete 1008 lunar cycles. That is, if you live for 84 years and 3 months, you would have completed 7 solar cycles and 1008 lunar cycles. If you just manage to live that long, if you just manage to live to complete 7 solar cycles and 1008 lunar cycles, then you can break a certain bond with the earth. Your bond with the planet is broken largely. and very easily, with very little assistance, even if you know nothing about anything, with very little assistance, you can go beyond the cycles of birth and death. Because you're born with the planet and the material of the planet, the memory of which you carry within you and the memory of you, the material also carries. You will break that bond. Once this bond is broken, then the work that needs to be done is very simple. When people say the salt of the earth, it has more meaning than most people understand. You are the salt of the earth. This whole body is just a small blob which has just popped out of this planet. What you call as myself right now is just a little blob of earth which just splashes out and falls back. And this keeps happening because there is a bond between the planet and you. The energy that you refer to as myself and the material which has become the manifestation of yourself, these two things have gotten linked. It's a very deep, it's a very profound relationship. But if you complete 7 cycles of the sun and… not and, along with that you complete 1008 lunar cycles, then your bond with the planet is largely broken. From there on, it becomes very simple. With a very small push, it could be done. So if you've not done anything right, all you have to do is torment the world with 84 years of you.
As summer begins to wane and the days gradually shorten, the harvest moon graces the night sky, offering farmers and communities a time to reap the rewards of their labor and celebrate the fruits of the earth. That's why it is popularly known as harvest full moon. The moon is at the nearest point in its orbit of Earth during the full moon. It will also be the year's 4th and final supermoon. The previous 3 full moons happened, one in July and 2 in August. The harvest moon is the full moon that occurs closest to the terminal equinox, typically in September for the northern hemisphere. The supermoon can appear up to 14% larger and 30% brighter than other times. Here's what not to do on a super full moon or harvest moon. Try to avoid alcohol or drugs during full moon phases. Doing a moon bath ritual can be a particularly centering and effective way to be energetic during full moon night. You're basically taking the energetics of the moon that are infused in that water, and you're using that to continue this ritual connection with the moon, with yourself, to truly identify what would serve you best to release. To make moon water, fill a bowl or the vessel with water and set it out for several hours in the moonlight.